I'm telling countries, accept reality. Fiat money is moving digital. The developments in crypto, both unbacked and backed, they're happening with exponential speed.
Global markets are about to change. We know this from the IMF, and more importantly, we know it from institutions. Well, who's at the heart of this? It's going to be Ripple, and they once again are looking to invest another $1 billion. That takes the capital to $2 billion in 2 days. Let's talk about what this could mean to your XRP portfolio, and more importantly, what exactly are they going to be buying with another $1 billion? All of that, like I said, in this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out some of the links in the description if you want to get an exchange to trade on, as well as our channel memberships and everything else. More on that later in the video. But with that being said, let's get into it. So we know it's pretty hard right now. There's a question mark whether the bull market's going to continue or whether it's over. And XRP, unfortunately, no exception to that rule. Down about 25% over the last month, 5% in the last 7 days, and just over the last 24 hours, down about 1%, which was probably pretty favorable versus the rest of the market. But what we do know is when everyone else seems to be panicking and, well, everything seems to be going to zero, the reality is XRP starts to build. Well, more specifically, Ripple starts to put some things in place that's going to secure it for the long term. Now, just to give you some technicals as where we sit right now, lots of people are showing us that, well, it's a neutral on the oscillators and it's a strong sell on the moving averages. The market right now is risk off. Everyone, I'm sure you've seen, is going into the gold. But while ever market risk off is in, that is the moment that a lot of people will tell you to buy. And, well, Ripple is doing exactly that. And they're now looking to raise $1 billion as per a Bloomberg report to buy XRP, which might sound completely insane when you think about it. They've got over 60% sat in an escrow. Why do they need to go and buy some more? Well, it's a very interesting narrative when you start to think about it. It's going to be done through a special purchase acquisition company known as SPAC, and some said people none of whom were authorized to speak publicly, Ripple will contribute some of its own XRP as well. So how does this play out? And I guess, what does $1 billion really do when it buys more XRP? Well, the reality is that the 4.7 billion liquid XRP holdings, which is currently rallied around 11 billion, could be giving the project immediate liquidity and signaling corporate confidence in its ecosystem. Think about this. Ripple just announced that it was going to be buying another company, Treasury, which is going to give you all the analytics data, fundamentals that you need, especially if you're a big corporation in the finance sector. We know that it has Rail, which is basically supporting the stablecoin narrative, and Hidden Road, which again is a broker for leverage. This is a kind of trimester of bullish news. It's the three-part prong attack that Ripple's using to really bolster itself into the rest of this market. Whether it's bull or bear, finance markets, well, as long as the banks don't default, we're probably going to be okay. But Ripple and XRP are related, but distinct entities get confused. Many people believe that XRP is buying these banks. It is Ripple, the company, and this could play more favorably out to supporting XRP, as well as we know, building out RLUSD. So we're going to keep very close to this, but this will support an XRP treasury company. It's going to support a big move. Trident Digital, for example, announcing that $500 million fund in June, with Weebus International obviously buying $300 million in May. This will all become way easier when Ripple has all of its ducks lined up. Now, this isn't all. We actually saw for the first time $500 million worth of XRP move to a brand new fresh account by a Ripple labeled account. Now, interestingly enough, there is no escrow. It's not part of that. And equally, there is no multi-sig as well. Is this the start? Are we actually moving some of this capital already? Well, to get ahead, to position ourselves, and more importantly, to start to build what this could look like. This could become a totally different avenue, even liquidity for the Ripple Bank that we hope we're going to get signed off pretty soon. But that's not all. With all of this desire, all of this buying pressure, and more importantly, this movement in terms of the $1 billion, a supply shock is coming. And you might think I sound crazy, but the reality is we're going to run out of XRP pretty quickly. And again, when I say pretty quickly, we're obviously going to go for a couple of years, but Zach Reactor, shout out to Zach, he supports my TikTok, ignited discussions talking about circulating supply on a post on X. Well, the reality is that, well, with Flare Network now subsequently buying more, their TVL value going up, and more importantly, XRP Ledger building that, the altcoin growing role in the DeFi sector is big news. And in fact, a whale report showing that 400 million XRP worth about $11 million have been locked up in an escrow in a Flare core vault linked to the XRP ledger. So we know that Flare on that FXRP is going big, and whenever they mint more, they'll lock even more. This is the bit that I think people don't understand. This is less about the escrow. This is about utility on the XRPL and how they are all linked. Remember, FXRP, MXRP, all backed by, well, guess what? XRP. So this is where the supply shock can really start to build up. And then you can allow yourself, and right now I know it's difficult, but we can allow ourselves to think about what is coming next for XRP. Have we just seen a double bottom with a potential price rally of 250% to $8? $15 could be on the cards. I know the bull market needs to stick with us. The markets need to stay strong, and ultimately we need to stop selling off. But momentum indicators are supporting this potential push, and RSI once again nearing the oversold threshold at 30. This could show that a significant uptrend is coming. We've seen this before, and more importantly, the key breakout still sits at $3.40. But again, the 260% rally is on the cards. And how do we get to that point? Well, there's lots of speculation that there's partnerships coming between XRP and BlackRock. We know that these ETFs have been delayed yet again, potential government shutdown being now 40 days. But I think when we get multi-purpose token standards, when this comes to do RWAs, well, we know BlackRock wants to do it. They want to tokenize everything. They want to have everything on the table. And the rumor between Ripple and BlackRock partnership right now, well, the reality is that these are potentially recent developments or ongoing discussions that could come out. They may even be part of this billion-dollar acquisition. Who knows what it's going to be like. But if you want all of that to stay ahead of the market and everything else, don't forget, we actually have a premium Discord which talks about full market analysis. We break down the markets every day, as well as talk everything going on, new coin alerts, and equally the bots and everything we have in there. If you're interested in getting involved in that, grab yourself a channel membership. It's about $9. And again, it's a month. It's worth it. We also bring you up on the live streams as well. If you're interested, any coins, any questions, it's totally accepted. So if you're interested in all of that, and more importantly, you want to stay bullish on XRP, smash up the like button, grab yourself a channel membership. It is literally $9. And as always, smash up that like button if you're bullish on XRP. Right, I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Let's hope for some bullish momentum over the weekend with a potential break, not only just in the crypto market, but XRP as well. As always, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.